Hey everyone, so I am here to go over my first impressions video on the Stila Magnificent Metal Foils Finish Eyeshadow. And I kept a box here so I can go over this with you. This is my first impression video, and I guess I would do it like a review, I have two shadows I want to share with you. So the first one is Vintage Black Gold. And this is the color. This is Vintage Black Gold. And next one is Comex Gold. And this is the color. This is the color. And so these are Stila's newest eyeshadows out, and I did pick these up at during the VIB sale at Sephora. They are quite expensive. They're around $34 or $32. But I did pick these two up. I know they're both kind of gold based, and I know they have some more vibrant colors. They have like a teal, they have like this lavender color, but I wanted to get something kind of safe to use more on a daily basis. And I already did some of my eye makeup, so I wanted to kind of do a first impressions video while I'll try applying both of these colors on each of my eyes. So I'm ready to look kind of crazy with two different eyeshadows on, but yeah, so each packet comes with this little pan. It's like this little tin pan. It has Stila on it, and they both come with the Stila Stay All Day Liquid Eye Primer liquid. So it's like this little tiny liquid. I don't know why they only fill it up halfway, and I feel like that's kind of a ripoff, but yeah, they only come in halfway, and it comes with like this little rubberized top and a squeeze, what is it, eyedropper. So what they recommend is that you drop a drop of this eye primer into the pan, and then you're supposed to pick some of the product up with your finger and mix it in with the liquid and then just apply it. So they do recommend that you apply it with your fingers, not with a brush. I have seen some reviews where people said don't use a brush, regardless if it's even synthetic. It doesn't pick up the product properly. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna start off with the Comex Gold. The Comex Gold, and that's this more bronzy gold color right here. So let me get my eyedropper. I'm going to open it up, and I'll put a drop of it on my pan. Is that a drop? Okay, so I got a drop there. And they said what you're supposed to do is then take the eyeshadow and pick up some product. Now, this kind of looks like what does this look like? This kind of looks like something you'd see at a craft store, like, you know, those gold flecks that people usually place on their face for, you know, fairy makeup or whatnot, or just regular crafts. And you're supposed, this is what it looks like. When you touch it, it does have a moist finish. It's not quite as creamy as like a cream eyeshadow or a base, but it is kind of wet. So you technically can apply this alone, but I think it kind of goes on a bit more sheer and just a bit more glittery, as you know, compared to putting it on with the eye primer. It's supposed to give it that opacity that, you know, you're looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and pick some up. So I'm going to just rub my finger in it, just, I guess, put a little pressure on there to pick up some of that product. So here I went back and forth with a little bit of pressure, maybe like 3 times, and this is how much I picked up. And I'm going to go ahead and mix it into this liquid. Ooh, am I in focus? Okay, so they say most people just dab it on. So as you dab it, you see it's mixing, and it's kind of liquefying the eyeshadow. So there it is. Let me grab a mirror. Okay, so I'm going to place it. Oh, I shouldn't have put my eyeliner on first, but okay. So I'm going to go ahead and dab it where I want this shadow to be. I like the fact that this is like a finger application. A lot of the times when I'm going to work, I don't have enough time to grab a brush. I just use my fingers to apply my eyeshadow. I don't know if I'll have time to use the whole liquid eye primer, but you know, I just finger, you know, using what was, you know, just what nature provides you is always a plus for me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and feather out the ends just a little bit. It's super glittery. Oh my gosh, I love this. Can you guys see it on the camera? Let me pick up a little bit more. Just gonna pick up the rest of that, and then I'm just gonna apply it on top. So I feel like it's not as opaque. I can still kind of see the bottom layer of my eyeshadow, or my eyelid, but still, it's still very intense. It's very glittery. I think you can still, I think you can probably see the sparkle. It's so pretty. I love it. I mean, it has multicolored glitters. It feels like it kind of has like a, it has golds and bronze and a little bit of like orange. It kind of has like an orangey tint going on. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually add another drop and do one more layer, because if I were to go out, I would probably want this to be a little bit more of an opaque color. So I'm going to drop one more drop because I used my last one up, and I'll pick up a little bit more. Okay, so I picked up a little bit more. I wonder if I can actually just dab the liquid onto my finger and just rub it into the actual pen itself, so I don't have to use this, because this is just like a extra step. Now the eyeshadow on here is almost dry, so it does dry quite quickly. So let me see if I can add that second layer on, and if it'll just, you know, add to it instead of blending in. So I got some on my eyeliner. Okay, so it's definitely buildable because I can see it. It's a lot more darker, but let's see. It's kind of going on a bit patchy on the second layer. Maybe I have too much liquid. Oh, I got some on my nose. Okay. This is not a neat job. This is really messy. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I feel like I didn't blend it out as well as I would like for it to be, but you know, this is right now it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, so I'm just kind of just doing this as a test run. I'm not gonna be going out anywhere, but now it's getting tacky. So it takes about maybe 15 or so minutes of patting, and it does start getting tacky on you. So this is the Comex Gold on my right eye, or I guess my left eye from where you're seeing. But this is what it looks like. Sorry, it's not as neat as I would like for it to be, but this is what it looks like. It's very sparkly, very, very appropriate for holidays or New Year's, which is coming up. And I think it's really pretty. I mean, I think even in pictures, it would just really pop your eyes out. So that is Comex Gold. So I'm going to go ahead and wipe my fingers. And let's move on to the antique gold. No, the vintage antique gold. No, sorry, vintage black gold. So this is vintage black gold. If my camera would ever focus on me. What am I doing wrong? Okay, there we go. And this is the color. So this is a bit of a more, like a more antique gold. So there it is. And I'm going to use the same pan. I'm not going to dirty my other one. So same pan, I'll just use the other side. And drop a little drop in there. And I'll rub my fingers against the eyeshadow. So this is what I picked up. I feel like I picked up a lot more than I did on the Comex Gold. So Let's mix it up. Mixing it. I'm just dabbing it to mix it, and I'm going to attempt to apply it to my other eye. So just carefully dabbing it where I want it to go. Okay, so this is the first layer. Oh, I really like this color. I think this antique black gold would just go so pretty with just a really dramatic smoky eye. Like, this is just one layer of it. So maybe I should blend it out more because the other side is blended out really far. Okay, so this is the antique gold on this side, and just to be fair, I'm gonna do 2 coats of that. Let's see, I'll add another drop onto my pan. Okay, and rub my fingers just with a slight amount of pressure. And this, look, if you see just swiping it back and forth alone, it does create the, like a, what do I explain this as? It's kind of like a crusty, sounds disgusting. It's kind of flaky, I guess. It's like a really flaky texture. And I'm guessing that's why they include that liquid, because I can imagine if I rub this against my eyes, it probably wouldn't go on as evenly as I would want it to. So I'm going to go ahead and mix it again, just dabbing it a few times. And here is the mixed product. And we go ahead and add it to my lid. You know, I feel like this antique black gold is a bit more thicker, and I think it's more easy to control than it was when I used the Comex Gold. The Comex Gold, with the liquid or the mixing medium that it comes with, it felt a little bit more thin, and it kind of, when I add, even after it had dried, once I added it on top, my second layer, I felt like I could have easily, the wetness on my finger would easily move around the product that had already set on my eye, but this feels so much thicker. I think this is much more easier to apply from what I'm feeling, from what I'm seeing. So I am loving both of them. Ooh, so glittery. So I'm loving both of them here. If I can focus. Here is antique gold on this side, and this is Comex Gold on this side. So very glittery. I have to say, out of the two, if I had to pick, I would pick this color over this. This is, I mean, they're both very pretty, but this was, for me, a bit easier to apply, and this, I think, kind of goes with everything. Like, I can easily add just a little bit more shadow along my lash line and make it into like this really intense, glittery, pretty smoky eye, which would just be pretty for New Year's, and I think I'll probably wear it for New Year's. Isn't that pretty? I mean, I don't know if the sparkle is showing up on camera, but sorry for the messy application. Okay, so this is it. I guess while I'm making this video, I should show you some swatches. So let me do some naked swatches without the primer. So I'll start off with the Comex Gold, the first one I applied. And so I'm just rubbing it back and forth. Here it is on my middle finger. And that's it swatched there. So I swatched this with some pressures. I wouldn't put that much pressure on my eyelid. So, I mean, I don't think it will probably come up as opaque as this on my eyes, but it does blend out fairly easily. And I love that this has no fallout. Like, that's like freaking awesome. So here it is. Super shiny, super foiled. It's not as foiled without the liquid though. So it's just super glittery and pretty. And next is the Antique Black Gold. I already showed you guys. So I'm going to use my index fingers, clean finger. I'm going to rub it back and forth. Here it is. And I will add it to this hand. So there's that one. Let me blend it out for you guys. Pretty. See, this one that isn't coming out as, I mean, it's coming out with like a sheen, but it's not coming out as dark as it is on my eyes. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a quick swatch with the liquid on there. And I'm gonna pick up a little more of that Comex Gold and mix it in. I'll just put it right, because I'll put it right under it. So, and it goes off so much easier. I'm not applying any pressure to this. So as you can see, it's so much more reflective and more glittery. And for the Antique Gold, put it on that finger, and where did I put the drop? Okay, mix it in, and I'll apply it. Oh, where do I apply? I'll apply it right here. Is that showing? You know what? I didn't add enough of the liquid. I'm sorry, you guys. Let me try it again. Okay. So mixing it, here it is on my finger, and I will apply it right there. Whoa. So these are without the primer, and these two are with the primer. Now, I know I mentioned this a few minutes ago, but I wonder if I actually apply the liquid onto my finger and put it into the pot, if it will make a difference. We'll try it. So I'm gonna go ahead and I have some primer on my fingers. I'm gonna just dip it into the pot and just swirl it slightly. And I will place that right, oh my god, I'm running out of space. I'll place that right here. So, oh wow, do you see the difference? That's amazing, that's pretty. I should have probably applied it that way. So, let me try the Antique Gold. So I'm just going to apply the dropper right on my fingertip. So I have that right there. And I'm going to run it just swirl it or run it back and forth into the pot. And, or where do I put it? I'll put it right here. I'll put it right here. Right there. Oh, that's so pretty. So, okay. So I can definitely recommend, it's still a bit flaky doing it this way, but you definitely get so much more color payoff. So these are with me actually adding the liquid onto my finger and dipping it into the pan. And these two right here, no, I'm sorry. Oh my god, which one is it? These two are the me mixing it in the pan after I grab some on my finger, and these two are just bare. So as you can see, these are the, sorry, I should have put it in order, I'm sorry, but as you can see, the most opaque ones is if I just touch the end of the dropper with my finger and actually go into the pan and just rub it in. So I would, next time I wear these eyeshadows, I'll probably be doing that. That would save me so much time than to use this little thingy. I mean, it's nice that they added this in there, but for $32, they really should. But it would really save me more time than trying to mix it and do all that. I can just dab it on my eyes, and I feel like it would really just give me that oomph. And I am absolutely loving these colors. I don't know if I would go pick up more just because it's kind of pricey. Maybe during their warehouse sale or something. So I hope this video was helpful. I know everyone has the kitten eyeshadow. I already have their kitten eyeshadow, and I rarely use it. I wear a lot of golds instead of like pink toned gold, so I thought these would be more suitable for me, and I'll probably make more use out of it. So I hope that was I hope my review was helpful, and I hope this first impression video was like a helpful first impression video, because I've never done one before. And I see that after I wipe it off, it's super, it leaves behind a lot of glitter. So I'm not sure if that's how, I think I saw a video from Makeup Geek where she mentioned that, but I mean, it's not a problem as long as there's no fallout and it's not ending up on your cheeks. I wouldn't complain. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have tried this, please let me know if you like it. I definitely like it. I just think it's a little bit overpriced. I would probably wait for a sale. I know eventually Stila products usually go on sale, so I would wait for that, but if you have the money, I would definitely pick it up. I mean, for New Year's, I think this is probably the look I would be wearing for New Year's, maybe with a little bit more of a deeper eyeshadow look. But yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.